What? Yes, and we're here. And I am elated. I am, goodness gracious. It is so good to be back at work. It is so good to be close to you all. It has been so nice to ease back in from having a beautiful baby girl who is currently doing what she absolutely does the best, and that is resting. And while she is sleeping, I actually get to come to work today and spend time with you all. And I am excited, and I will not take up a lot of your time. I promise I will not. I will make sure to leave comments and reply back to everybody, but I have a few requests. Number one, right now, while you're here, love this video. If you are on the replay, love this video. Also, tell me what city and state that you are in. I am really curious as we've been expanding where you are. So what city and what state are you in? And finally, make sure to share this video. Please share, and even save it, because if you don't have to watch it all, if you don't have time to watch it all now, you can definitely watch it all later. It's definitely something for my entrepreneurs, my goddesspreneurs who are out here growing their dreams, growing their businesses, and trying to figure out how to make the product or the service that you have been working so hard on turn into a viable business that is not only going to take over the income from your regular job, but it's also going to pay for the business and pay for your income and pay for you to have your own 401 retirement and pay for you to be able to be a full-time business owner. But it takes some time. And when I say it takes some time, I mean it takes some time. Hey, my dream started so long ago. And listen, while you are here, tell me that you're here. Say hello. Let me know that you're here. Love this video. Please share the video as well. Please tag another entrepreneur. In fact, right now, tag 5 other entrepreneurs that you know, because this is the time. So I look forward to it. Mind you, I am recording in different spaces and places, so please bear with me as I am looking at comments in one place, recording in another place, so bear with me. Now listen, I don't know about you all, but entrepreneurism is something that has been inside of me for a very, very, very long time. And it is also something that, even though it was inside of me back when I was watching infomercials, infomercials in the 80s is literally like my favorite thing, because I wanted to build something and create something that could change the world. I remember watching Les Brown on late night TV and Tony Robbins on late night television when television was about to go off. And they would say that you have to be able to live your dream, that you have to be able to hear yourself, listen to yourself, to be able to speak and share and tell people what your dream is about, and then be able to articulate it in a way that people will understand it and hear it, and you will be able to move the masses. But I learned from them that this was going to take a lifetime of a journey. And I think I was about maybe 9 years old the first time I seen Les Brown or Tony Robbins on television. And Les Brown said that if you believe it, you can see it and you can do it. It was so simple. And it was something that I remember. It's giving me a bunch of things. I remember being confused about, like, how am I supposed to get to this place where I'm growing an idea when I wasn't really creative? Like, at that time, that's what I thought about myself. Like, I wasn't creative, and I wasn't in a nurturing environment that was going to allow me to spark my interests and figure out what I loved and what made me feel wonderful and what made me feel good, because I was raised by a single mom who absolutely did the best that she could with the resources that she had, but there was not enough resources for little girls like me who wanted to actually be the girl, to stand on stage when I only seen men stand on stage as speakers. I've wanted to be a public speaker probably since I was about 8, 9, 10 years old. And so during the course of my life, with that dream being something that stayed precious to me and stayed close to me, when I started helping other businesses grow their dreams, when I started helping other businesses grow their reality, when I started changing from my thoughts to a reality and moving this business and growing, when it first started, it was 16, 17 years ago, and I was a life coach at the time, hadn't gone to college, nothing like that. And the very first thing that stopped me from moving, was when I heard somebody say to me that I was stupid. And I've been journaling since I was a very young girl, and I remember writing in my journal randomly, just journaling, and all of a sudden just writing my thoughts and getting to a place where I started writing. I am stupid. I am stupid. I am stupid. I am stupid. Oh, honey. I can see the imagery in my journal so clear as day. I can see the purple ink on the page. I can see it as clear as day. And I think that may have been the time when I started accepting less than I deserved. I had a few guys that were interested in me when I first started dating, just being interested in people in general. And no one was ever really interested in me. I was dark-skinned. I was the one of 4 black children in an entire elementary school. And I felt like I was the darkest person there. Who knows? I do not know. But I always felt like I was the darkest person. Like, people could see how dark my skin was. And it reflected in the bullying, the name calling, the things that I went through that reinforced this accepting less situation, that reinforced behavior that would affect me in my business. And when I finally got to a place where someone seen me, thought that maybe I was beautiful. I was 14 and he was, 25 years older than me. And do the math. And as an ugly duckling, I never felt valued or beautiful. I never felt important until he showed interest in me. And that man was also the second man in my life to ever slap me. And that also reinforced that lack of worth that I learned how to lower my value, and I learned how to lower who I was so that people couldn't see me, so that I wouldn't be seen. But that only backfired because the personality that I have doesn't allow that. So when I went from hiding to trying to be seen, back to hiding, I got to a place where I didn't even know myself. And at this point, I'm only 15. And of course I didn't know myself at 15. And by the time I was 15 and 8 months, I was also emancipated, and I moved out of my home and got my own place. I already had a car, had a job, was going to school. And those first relationships really set the tone for every relationship that I had afterwards. And I carried a lot of that pain. And even though I did some counseling and therapy in my early 20s, it wasn't until I was about 28 years old and I had truly hit rock bottom. The place where I remember being my worst self. And goodness, I remember being in that space because I was about 297 pounds. I was in a relationship that was going nowhere, trying to dig myself from underneath of the pain. And I was an angry Black woman by all definitions. I know that I was, because I look back at that space and I feel those spaces sometimes as they build up in me when life happens to me. And my vibration was so low there, so low. And as I got to a place at my lowest point, I realized that I was doing it wrong. I had to find another way. And so I remember being 28 and being at this low place, because the day that I was laying in my bed and I was journaling was the day I just came home from the hospital. A few days before, I'd gotten ready to go to an interview. I got to the interview space. The elevator's broken. I say, okay, I'm going to get these steps. And I got on heels. I'm 297 pounds, but I'm thick, beautiful, and definitely loving my body. You know, never hated it or disliked it. It just wasn't healthy, and the way I created it wasn't healthy either. And I'm halfway up those steps, and all of a sudden, I'm like dizzy in the mind. I can't really figure out what's going on, but I have to stop. And then I sit at the top of the step and I think, well, something's really wrong. I'm not sure what, but I call 911. I don't really remember. I have a lot of detail between that moment and the moment that I remember like being completely more aware in the hospital. And when I came to in the hospital, there's this older white doctor, salt and pepper hair, and he's yelling at me. I mean, he is yelling at me, telling me that he sees people like this, that he sees people like me all the time. Pause, love this video, share this video, like this video, comment where you are viewing from, city and state, so I know where you are, okay? And so he's yelling at me. I see people like you all the time. You do not listen. You need to eat better. You are not taking care of yourself. Fried foods. I mean, he's just yelling. You need to lose weight. I had high blood pressure. A lot of my levels were elevated. I could barely hear him because what I really heard was, everything that you've been doing is wrong. Every way that you've been trying to do it is wrong. It's all wrong. You've done it wrong. You're not doing it right, and you need to get your shit together. The problem was, I was literally in the best place that most people from my family had ever fucking been. I needed to get my life together, but I did not know how, because financially I got to a better place. What I thought I had got to a better place emotionally, I thought I was in a good place until I wound up in the hospital. And so I went home and cried, laid in the bed, ate potato chips, and felt sorry for myself for quite a few days. And my birthday was coming. And the morning that my birthday got here, I remember standing in that mirror, looking like I hadn't even washed the makeup off my face from a few days before. No shower, just eating and crying and being undeserved. And so I remember thinking back to the times in my life where I really needed to depend on myself and I needed to pick myself up. And one of those times was when I moved into my own place. I remember being so scared to sleep alone because I never slept like alone, in a home alone before. And I didn't sleep those first few nights, and I went to my school counselor, and my school counselor sent me to the library of the school and sent me to a specific place, and it was the self-help section. And I found a few books on things that I needed assistance with at that time, and I giggled to myself, and I realized I hadn't read in a few years, and I hadn't done a lot of the things that I should have been doing to taking care of myself. I had been with a bad job. I'd been in some relationships that weren't well for me, and I just needed to get my crap together, right? And so I decided that I was going to get my shit together. And when I did decide that, one of the things that bothered me, that was on my soul for so long, was the fact that I remember wanting to be a speaker, wanting to be a business owner. And at that time, I owned a business, but it wasn't a business that I was proud of. I did marketing and branding for an adult entertainment agency. And there are parts of that business that broke me. There are parts of that space that hurt me. There are parts of that spaces that took from me. And so I wanted something more. And I remember, it's my birthday week. At that point, I hadn't been to work in days, mind you. Okay. And I go to the library and I pick up some books. And I sit down and I look at the chapters, and I do what my dyslexic brain has done for years. I organize and create a plan. And inside of that plan was I was going to become a speaker. I was going to become a teacher. I was going to help other girls who looked like me, who did not know that they deserved to be loved and honored and respected, and in relationships that felt good. And I could not wait to get started. And I literally filled out my paperwork that week, went down and got my new business license and started a new coaching business. And I knew that day that no matter what it was going to take, as long as I could do it correctly, that I was going to get to where I am today. And out of everything that has ever affected my business, the one thing that I'm going to share with you today is how I emotionally navigate inside of relationships affect my business every single day. How I say no, how I show up, how I represent myself, how I represent my business, all require that I am in relationships, both relationships with myself, my business, my consumers, my clients, and people who are in relationship with them, as well as other businesses, because I'm a B2B, a business-to-business company. So my business markets to other businesses, and everything revolves around relationships. I have to know how to be in relationship with other entrepreneurs, people who are further up in the chain than me, like my mini mentors, as well as people who are just getting started. And to be able to build relationships with everybody from scale 0 to 10 requires that I personally know how to build relationships. Well, when I opened up my first business, got certified as a life coach. Been 6 months, I was out there life coaching. And the first thing that showed up negative in my business, besides the marketing and branding that I did not really know how to grasp at that time, was my inability to know that I deserved a healthy relationship. You see, I still didn't have a relationship that was healthy with myself. I also didn't have a healthy relationship with my first family, which are the people who you were raised with. And because I didn't have relationships that were healthy with myself and my first family, guess what happened? My first 10 client relationships were a fucking disaster. I took on things I shouldn't have taken on. I did things I should not have done. I said things I should not have done. I fired clients. I got rid of clients. Oh my God, the things that I went through in the beginning from not knowing that everything in my personal life that I had not taken care of was going to come around and show the fuck up in my business. This one thing, this learning how to build relationships has been the number one thing that has got me to every next step. And the only way to build healthy relationships is to start by building a healthy relationship with yourself. When I found myself at the bottom, I had to discover my why. And my why had to be so powerful that it would get me out of the bed every day. And that's what you have to be able to do. You have to discover your why. My why matters to me. And it has shifted and changed, but it has been mostly the same since the day I started this. And during that time, I found and I discovered what healing meant. That happiness and joy wasn't a moment in time, but a mindset. And that happiness and joy was required inside of me because it had to translate into the business relationships that I made. And that's the same for you as well. The people who buy your services and products, you are in a relationship with them. And if you do not continuously grow and nurture that relationship, it will be like any other unnurtured relationship. And so my number one secret today that I will share with you, that I have used, that I have shifted many times over the last few years. Let's see if I can get to a place where I can actually post a comment. There we go. It's something that I have used for many years. It's something that has helped me. It's simple. It's small. Everybody knows it because we've all said it before. It's called Control-Alt-Delete. It's super easy. It's super simple. Everybody knows Control-Alt-Delete, so everyone already knows that. And Control-Alt-Delete is about controlling your breath, alternating your focus, and deleting what doesn't serve you. Period. Whenever I am not in my best place, whenever I know that the relationship that stands in front of me, whether it is a relationship with myself, a relationship with an upcoming client, I know that that relationship must and requires that I take deep breaths and remember what I learned in my years of healing and learning not to be reactive and learning how to respond. And that's one of those things too, learning how to respond instead of react. That for me has changed the course of business, and learning how to navigate through your own emotions is one of the most powerful things that you can do as a business owner, because that gives you the ability to do something that I will be sharing with you all this year, that we will all be learning how to do, and that's how to heal and grow rich. Everything that you do and you do well, you're going to do it from a space that is healing, that is loving, that is caring. And that space has to be nurtured. It has to be cared for. It has to be loved for. And so Control-Alt-Delete is something that I've used in my businesses and my relationships to allow me to get to the next place. It is the most powerful thing that keeps me from not allowing my upbringing or what I learned in my conditioning to affect my ability to run business properly. And I haven't always been good at it. I told you, I have messed some things up many a times because I did not learn how to navigate through my emotions. And that's something I definitely want to share with you all. That is why we have coming up, and I want to make sure it's all up here. Yes, it is. We have coming up, where are the comments at? Our very next events that are coming up, and it is so important that I make sure that I have them up here. All right, so this is the best part. So we have an event on January the 28th. It is coming up, and let's see if I can copy this link for you. It is the ABCs of growing your business. I hate to do that, but I just need to push this button and make sure that it is going to come up right for you all. Yes, all right. It is the ABCs of your online presence for your business, and it is about becoming your authentic self, growing your back office, and content creation. We can talk about planning for a year, about what you want to do, about being inside of your vision. And that is something that is important, yes, but it's also a season for healing too. And you have to be able to make sure that you combine taking care of yourself with taking care of your business, because that's the relationship that we are trying to build. And so that is a 2-day event. The tickets today and for till the end of this week are $39. After that, they will go up to $49 the following week and $59 the following week. So please make sure that you grab your tickets. Please, please. It's a 2-day intensive. We are going to go over so many things about your back end, about marketing, about content creation, so that you can create the outline for your business and actually really get fundamentally sure on what it is that you want to do. So, and that link is inside of the comments below. And then we also have something that you do not have to buy the event if you sign up for our VIP group coaching packages. And this is the most exciting thing, because I have officially stopped doing one-on-one coaching. I am no longer doing one-on-one coaching unless you are already a client with me. So as of right now, I have stopped doing one-on-one coaching because we are transitioning over to group coaching, and it actually starts this month. We are already in the mix of it, and I am excited about it because it is going to allow you all to have access to three of my main online courses. All of the details is inside of the link below. Those 3 courses is one, it is a 21-day course that allows you to be able to heal your soul, figure out who you are, get the ball rolling on starting on sharing your story and using what you learn about yourself and your story, because that's how you attract your audience, people who are similar to you, and use that story to write a story. And so that time is coming, and that is in the first course. And then in the second course, what I decided to do is, some people say, I need to get going right now. What is the fastest way, the fastest trajectory for me to get there? And that is our 90-day course that will allow you to brand it, build it, master it, and market it in 90 days. It is going to take work in those 90 days. It is a college course. This course has been offered at a college. It is a college course. It will require hours out of your week, at least 10 to 15 hours a week for you to learn the material, see the material, and then implement it into your business, because that is what we are going to give you time to do the work and then implement the work into the business. Most of you all, what happens is you get a course, you go through the entire course, but you never take the time to implement what you learned into your business. So that is what we will give you time to be able to do. And then the third course that you get for being inside of our monthly VIP community is you get our Master It course. It is a mastery intensive course. It is the full course. It's not the shortened version. So some of the things will seem repetitive, but only on a scale of about maybe 12%, 10% of the bigger course, because I've shortened the bigger course for you so that you can be dynamic, but you will need to go back. You will need to go back to the main course, and you need to be able to learn how to create that foundational space in your business, the marketing part of your business. When they say you need to write what your goals are as a business, what your going to be offering, what your values are, especially your core values. They are asking you that because they want to know who you are as a person. And then they want you to take that information and then show people that you are that inside of your content, inside of your services and products. That is how real business grows. And see, you all are absolutely the star. You are the service. You are the product. You are the star of the show. And the problem is, being the star of the show doesn't allow you to learn the back end of a business. And some of you, maybe that's something that you don't want to do, and that's fine. But if you do, and you want to learn how to market, and you want to learn how to brand, and you want to know how to do it in a way that you don't have to spend $1,500 a month for a marketing company to give you a 12-month contract while they allow your company to grow and you don't get contact with them and nothing really happens and no movement while someone else grows your business for you, and then you get nowhere after 12 months, or you can learn the correct way to do it. So that if you do hire me as your marketing firm or anyone else as your marketing firm, you will know what sales copy, what words, what context, what topics needs to be involved inside of your brand in order to expand. So those 3 things are inside of this course. Inside of our monthly VIP courses. It's $99 every month. That's less than the cost of one of my courses all by itself. Plus, we are going to be doing monthly challenges. I am going to be doing live trainings. You are going to get access to me inside of the group where we will go over your story. We will be practicing stories. We will be sharing stories. I will help you rewrite your story, especially the things that's challenging. What needs to be left out? How do you keep the audience involved? And our storytelling is going to be the best part, because I'm so excited. At the end of the year, and I don't think I won't share the event with you yet because it's not 100% complete. But if you do go to this page, you'll be able to see it. We are going to have an entrepreneur's open mic where we get to listen to your story, your sales pitch, your elevation pitch, and allow that elevation pitch to be heard by our community. And inside of that elevation pitch, we are also going to be voting for who is going to be our top 3 entrepreneurs of the year. And there will be a $250 cash prize. This is an event that I have been working on in my head for years. I am tired of waiting on it. I took a year and some change off, and now we are here and we are ready to go. If you are listening from our podcast, our website is OctaviaHarris.com. You go to OctaviaHarris.com. All this information will be there as well. If you want to go to our page that just has all of our links, it's OctaviaHarris.com/dream. OctaviaHarris.com/dream, and there you will find the links to all of our events, everything that we have going on, and you will be able to get in touch with me as well if you need to, if you have any questions. So listen, repeat really fast. We have an event on January the 28th. Do not miss it. It is an online event. It's 2 days. Our tickets are $39 right now. They will go up to $49 next week, $59 the following week. We now have group coaching. You can sign up now. Group coaching is going to go up in price. This is an introductory price. Everybody who gets it at this price, please lock it in, because it is going to go up in price. And we're just letting everybody know now so that you can be prepared. All right. But it's $99 per month. It gives you access to all three courses that we have to grow your business. And you would not even need me at all, just with those courses. But in addition, I'm also going to put you into a group that we'll be in together. You will also get access to me for learning how to tell your story, market your story, really get comfortable with storytelling, marketing, and how to share stories that move and matter. And I look forward to it. We have so much going on. I will be here almost every day for the next few weeks during the week. And I just look forward to it. This is the introduction. I look forward to this nice, beautiful, soft launch as we get started for what is coming. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Again, please make sure that you check out the links, check out the website. Also, love this video, share this video, and please comment below where you are viewing from so that we know where we are streaming at. I love you all. I am the Goal-Diggin Goddess, Octavia Harris, and I look forward to continuing to build relationships with you all this year.